Birmingham. Olivia, what do we know about the circumstances surrounding the shooting?
Megan, it was just before 6 p.m. tonight when police responded to the 1700 block of Indian Summer Drive. The original 911 call was made for a report of a crash, but when officers arrived, that's when they found a man, a woman, and a child all shot to death. And there's a park here not too far back behind me. That is where officers believe the incident started. Police say a majority of the shots were fired from the parking lot of Echo Highlands Park. After the victims drove a short distance, they crashed. Police also say some sort of interaction took place between the people inside of the victim's vehicle and the suspect's vehicle. Officer Truman Fitzgerald noted that there is only one way in and one way out of the neighborhood. They are confident that someone who lives here knows something or has video. There is also currently no one in custody, and they are asking for anyone who knows anything to come forward.
And Olivia, another thing Officer Truman Fitzgerald pointed out, like he does time and time again, is the need for conflict resolution before pulling out a gun.
Exactly. Family members started showing up out here around 7:30, and it is truly a tragic situation for all involved, no matter the circumstances surrounding the incident. Officer Fitzgerald noted that there is a family tonight mourning the loss of 3 loved ones. So, as he mentioned, people have to ask themselves, when is enough going to be enough?
Olivia Gauthier reporting.
Thanks so much, Jeff. Olivia Gauthier joins us now from Coleman Coliseum in Tuscaloosa, where the Final Four watch party will soon be underway. And Olivia, what are fans saying out there?
Kira, the fans that I have talked to so far out here today say they are feeling confident and excited to watch the Crimson Tide take on the Huskies. This is the first time in Alabama's basketball program history. Been up in just under an hour out here, and fans have been steadily rolling in, just now getting a pretty good crowd out here. So it should be a good night. Bama fans say they are looking forward to watching the game. Live in Tuscaloosa, Olivia Gauthier, ABC 3340 News.
Injured. ABC 3340's Olivia Gauthier is on this story tonight. Olivia, the two were last seen on Friday night around 5 o'clock.
Yeah, Megan, Thomas and Means were last seen Friday evening in the Norwood community on a motorcycle. Now, this is likely the same motorcycle that Thomas was found next to in the 2000th block of 15th Avenue North. Now, that area is a residential area, and there are a few homes there at that dead end where the motorcycle was recovered this morning. Now, here is video from the crime scene this morning. Now, BPD tells us that they have no further information at this time, and the case is under further investigation by BPD's traffic homicide investigators. Live in Birmingham, Olivia Gauthier, ABC 3340 News.
Olivia, as you know, no one celebrates Independence Day quite like the American Village.
They do not, Megan. It has been packed out here for what American Village tells me is their biggest day of the year. They're expecting around 7,500 attendees before the day is through, and tonight's fireworks show is going to be huge with 250 shells.
It's a good day to reflect on what it means to be an American.
For attendance, all you need is a $5 bill. Veterans, active military, and children 4 years and under are all free. There are still more than 50 activities on the schedule left for today, so you've got plenty of time to make it out here.
And Olivia, you've been there since gates opened this morning at 11, and I've heard you've had some fun.
I definitely have. I honestly cannot think of a better way to spend your 4th of July. I got to pet some baby cows. I heard an amazing barbershop quartet. I even sat in on a couple of the reenactments, and it was a nice little history lesson. And of course, if you get hot, you can cool down with your James Spann fan.
That thing comes in handy. Well, Olivia Gauthier enjoying Independence Day there in Montevallo. Thank you, Olivia. Well, if you haven't made plans, Olivia, it's not only going to be an exciting week, but also an inspiring one.
Yes, Megan, these games do more than honor donors and recipients. They spread awareness and unite families, caregivers, and individuals on the waiting list.
It's really great to be here at the transplant games and to have my parents here, and especially my dad as the living donor who gave me his kidney. and to be able to have him to put this medal on my neck as recognition of doing this thing that I never imagined that I could have been able to do without the power of transplant.
The donation process is special. Erica Lai donated part of her liver to her daughter when she was just 18 months old.
What would a mother do? Like the child's sick.
Over the years, she and her daughter have enjoyed competing in the swim competitions together.
We're from Utah, and so our first game was in Salt Lake, and then we went to San Diego, and this is our third time participating. And it's just amazing to be here with so many other recipients and donors, and it's a truly remarkable.
Across town at the ballroom dancing competition, husband and wife Lisa Vegas and Matthew Miller could be seen dancing the day away. 9 years ago, Miller had a liver transplant, and as a ballroom dance instructor, his wife Lisa wasted no time helping him with his rehabilitation journey.
I had him dancing about 4 weeks, just a very slow box step 4 weeks after his transplant. So our first competition was 9 weeks and 4 days after his transplant, and our first transplant games were in Cleveland in
2016, which was a year after my transplant.
While his wife is not his donor, she is an integral part of Matthew's journey. I asked Miller how special it is for him to celebrate his life alongside his wife.
It's very special.
Yeah.
She saved my life, literally. I spent 301 days in the hospital before my transplant. So it's amazing that I'm here.
Yeah.
And can do this.
There will be a total of 20 competitions and more than 60 special events that will go on through Wednesday. And you can find more information on our website, abc3340.com. In Birmingham, Olivia Gauthier, ABC 3340 News.
I really enjoyed it. It's great.
Happy community members leaving the Gooder grocery store. Located in Forestdale's Daniel Payne Community Plaza, this free and low-cost grocery store is the first of its kind for the city of Birmingham. Gooder expands on the existing food bank program known as Daniel's Pantry. Saturday, they celebrated their grand opening by welcoming local residents.
Everybody deserves access to fresh food regardless of their income or their zip code. We really focus on dignity. We want families to come in and see brands that they're used to, know that things are fresh, things aren't on clearance, things aren't just left behind.
Located in an area known as a food desert, the grocery store is meant to serve as a community resource, assisting people who may not be able to access the nearest grocery store miles away.
I read about it last night on my phone, and I was determined to get up and come and see how it was, and it's great.
Alabama Poverty Project says Birmingham has a food insecurity rate of 21.3%, ranking 12th highest among the 100 largest metropolitan statistical areas in the country. Jefferson County Commissioner LaShonda Scales is hopeful this will lead to bigger developments in Forestdale.
What we're looking for more specifically is that this will land an anchor grocery store. When you think of the communities that surround, meaning the municipalities, there aren't any grocery stores. For the most part, you're talking about convenience stores.
The hours of operation for the Gooder grocery store will be the same as the Daniel Payne Legacy Village. That's Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., and Fridays from 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. In Birmingham, Olivia Gauthier, ABC 3340 News. Home opener day for the two-time national champions, the Birmingham Stallions. This year is different as the XFL and the USFL have merged to form the United Football League, or the UFL.
Oh, I love it. Everyone said for years that there's only two teams in the state of Alabama we care for, Auburn, Alabama, but why not try a pro team out? We've been trying for decades and decades to try to get a team to come to Birmingham, and we finally got our team that's now back-to-back champions.
The UFL consists of 8 teams across the country. Many were worried about the Magic City losing the Stallions after just 2 years, but the Stallions were one of the teams to survive the merger. So far, spring football leagues have struggled to encourage fan turnout and ticket sales. Stallions director David Martin believes the merger may help solve that issue.
It didn't make a lot of sense for everybody to battle it out to see who was last man standing. Let's combine resources and let's do this right so that we can be here a long time.
Team officials and fans alike can agree that the Birmingham Stallions bring something special to the Magic City.
Clearly we want to sell a lot of tickets and put people into the stands, but most importantly we want to really create an experience for the fan base when they come out.
I've been coming ever since they've started here. Nice. And I'm so proud of them. And you know, I'm so glad that they're here in Birmingham. We have something we can come and be entertained. And
brings a lot of money, a lot of national TV exposure. It's put Birmingham on the map.
Only time will tell for the UFL. Right now, fans are hopeful that the Stallions will take home another championship. In Birmingham, Olivia Gauthier, ABC 3340 News. Yeah, Muriel, today I spoke with presidents of these various impacted communities on their efforts. And while the crime rate does not seem to be decreasing, Crime Stoppers says that the number of tips they're receiving is increasing.
These young people they got their own mind, they got their own set of ways, so we're doing our best.
Inslee Community President George McCall says as a community, he feels they are struggling to reach the youth. And as a community leader and Inslee resident for 14 years, he strives to help make his home a safer place for everyone.
Yeah, it's up to them to have a change of mind. And the parents are going to have to put that in their kids. You know, take them to Sunday school and church and to the best, like out to the parks and stuff like that. Good activities that they can just really make themselves better.
While the goal is always to stop the crime before it happens, law enforcement also tries to encourage community members to do the right thing after it happens. BPD preaches, if you see something, say something. It's the only way to get offenders off the streets. Residents are fed up. Crime Stoppers is seeing the change.
March of last month, we received more tips than we've ever received in a month. On an average month, 10 to 12 tips, pay out about $3,500. Well, this last month we had 31 tips and paid out over $12,000.
And it's not just the number of tips, but the quality of information provided that's making a difference.
Like on this last case where the young lady was the homicide where she was kidnapped in Birmingham, we received tips on that and sent it to Birmingham. And from what we're told, sent some really good tips that played an instrumental role in them being able to clear that case.
Crime Stoppers says there is no such thing as insignificant information or a tip too small to pass along. Live in Birmingham, Olivia Gauthier, ABC 3340 News.